Testing. Hello. Dr. Grind. Godfather. HR3. Come to the studio, please. It's time to go live.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nation.
Broadcasting from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, this is TGD Today. And now please welcome Heroy III,
HR3.
Al Cloyd,
Dr. Grind.
George Honeycutt,
The Godfather.
And we have to thank Mr. Billy Mack for bringing us into this, the TGD Today program of Pro Golf Talk Live with the wonderful song Pebble Beach. Doesn't get any better than that, dude.
No, it doesn't. I tell you what, the weather they're having out there, I wish they'd have had that back when I was playing back in the mid-'90s. It was 77 degrees there yesterday. It said it was absolutely gorgeous.
Well, they've had a couple of weeks now of some favorable weather, so let's hope it continues for the week out there.
I would hope so.
Want to welcome everybody to Pro Golf Talk Live with George Honeycutt, Hugh Roy III, and very special guest today, Mr. Adam Levine from Old Oaks in New York. You got to get used to that, dude. Your new title. Adam is a PGA apprentice. Is
yes,
that right?
Apprentice, entering level 2 now.
Fantastic.
Okay, good.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, it's good having you here, bud. All right, Pro Golf Talk Live. Of course, we mentioned Pebble Beach, and it's the AT&T, the clam bake. It's going on. We wait for this every year.
It's interesting.
Yep.
Watch Bill Murray act like an absolute imbecile out
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's toned down over the years, dude. It has. I mean, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I mean, he was a character. And to a point where a lot of guys didn't even want to play with him.
Exactly.
You know, so there was a lot of going on, crowd interactions, other things happening that it really got the pros out of their quote-unquote rhythm. And but he's toned it down now. So,
Oh, thank goodness.
yeah. But there are several other characters in the field.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's always fun to see that. But, again, they're playing 3 of the best golf courses in the world.
Oh, no question. I mean, the only thing, Monterey Peninsula is beautiful. Spyglass is fun, is just hard. Pebble is just gorgeous from what, the views.
Yeah.
And the only way you'd make it any better is if Cypress was in the rotation.
Yeah.
Other than that.
But, again, it's just you couldn't ask for 3 better places to play just for the vistas and the beauty of it.
No question about it.
And the shape of the golf courses and you make a great note, and I noticed this when I went out and played for the first several times. Pebble is a blast. It's fun to play. But a hard golf course is Spyglass.
Spyglass is a beast.
That
Ball
is
goes
a golf
nowhere.
course. And you can't figure out why. But I think Spyglass is where they invented swirling winds.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do believe that's where a swirling wind invented itself.
Yeah, you play the first 5 holes, and it's the par 5 down the hill, and then you go up through through the gorse and that kind of stuff, and then you see the ocean, 17-mile drive, and as soon as you leave the par 3 and you take off into 6, I mean, as you drive it out there, okay, I got 165 yards. You're back there hitting 3-iron, hoping you can get it there.
Right.
I mean, it's just up that hill, the wind blowing, and the air is just so heavy around that golf course inside all those pines, those whatever they call them. I mean,
The cypress, yeah.
It's. I've never seen a golf course that plays that long. That's really not that long.
It's
in
not.
measurement.
It's not that long. When you sit and look at the card, and you look at the yardages per hole, you're sitting here going, "Well, it's pitch and putt for these guys." Especially in today's technology, you're sitting there going, "Wow, they can hit it around with a 3-iron and a pitching wedge."
And if the weather's has been the way it's been, George, and if the golf course is somewhat dry, yes, it will be that way. But I mean, unfortunately, in 96, 7, and 8, when I was able to play it was soaking wet and raining, 40 degrees. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was miserable.
Yeah, and if you don't like the weather in the San Francisco Bay Area, or especially the Monterey Peninsula area, just wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll change.
Oh, yeah, it's like being over in Scotland. Just wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
Yeah, yeah. So I have literally stayed at the lodge there, and you wake up, bright, sunshiny. You go take a shower, you come back, you get you another cup of coffee, you're getting ready to head over to the pro shop to check in, and you look outside and you can't see the patio out behind the room.
Yeah, fog.
Oh, I mean, we're talking concrete. It's just dense. And the temperature will drop 15 degrees, and the sun's coming up. It's supposed to be getting warmer, and you're going, wow, we're going to have a fog delay. Isn't that crazy?
And it just, we've mentioned this before, and the funny part, listening to my dad back in the day, when they would play out there, and, they played one time, and Tom Neoporty was the head pro at Wingfoot for years, and he was on tour with my dad. And he went out and was in the first group at Pebble and shot 96. And
really?
He was in there crying, in tears and whatnot. And they ended up calling the round because of winds and rain.
Mm-hmm.
My dad said he hit 3-iron to number 7.
Okay.
103 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say 108.
Hit 3-iron.
Yeah.
Now, I've hit 6-iron to it, but he hit 3-iron, and Daddy said it was impossible to play that golf course.
Yeah. I've hit wedge, and I hit 5-iron.
And they ended up canceling it, and they started over the next day.
Yeah.
And Mr. Neoporty just hit,
and that was one of those rare occasions.
And he ended up finishing top 5, I think.
Yeah. That was one of those rare occasions where they actually said, okay, even though you finished your round today, we're canceling today's play.
It was that bad.
So, yeah.
It was that bad. I mean, you're talking a lot of balls, in the old clubs.
Sure.
But, I mean, still. And I honestly think he finished – I know he finished top 10 after that first round when they canceled it. Because we laughed about that when I was up there for the USAM. And he goes, man, your dad, he doesn't forget things, does he? I said, no, sir, he doesn't.
Well, hopefully you check out our programming here at TGD Today and thegolfdirector.com. We have a show on this network called Fantasy Golf with Jeff Deal. And that airs every week. It's on, I think it airs live Tuesday afternoons, but it gives the fantasy golf participant the opportunity to hear the experts talk about, who and why you should pick these particular players for your fantasy golf league. And I'm a participant. Jeff's a participant. Adam, we got to get you involved from our Northeast section up there. And but long story short, I was listening this week to Jeff Deal, the golf guru himself, and I was listening to Jimmy Biggs, golf professional at Crow Creek. You've met Jimmy.
Yes.
And Mr. Gene Weldon. Mr. Weldon, if you're listening in, now, Gene Weldon is one of the most loved individuals in the Grand Strand area. He is a PGA. I have the absolute utmost respect for Gene, but I called in Tuesday.
Oh, Lord.
I told the boys, I said, guys, this is the Godfather. I got just one comment. Gene, whatever you're smoking, I want some of it. Because he had picked DJ as being a possible candidate to win the AT&T. And I'm sitting here going, dude, not quite sure what you're smoking, but whatever it is, give me some. Because there ain't no flipping way DJ wins the AT&T. And Gene just took it like the champ he is. And then Jimmy agreed with me and Jeff Deal agreed with me.
I was surprised at that since you brought it up, George, that Biggsy's got Furyk on his team, on his on his starting team there.
Right.
His comment was, he's not going to hurt you.
Oh, no, and he won't.
Yep.
Now you know why I pick him
absolutely
every
won't.
major.
Yeah, every major. I mean,
He's going to
that's-
be top 10 somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, the Bro Crush comes out full and proud from HR3 with Mr. Furyk, but and why not? Why not? He's going to go out and shoot 3-4 under every day. It doesn't matter if he has a bad day or a good day. It's going to be 3 or 4. If he has a really great day and putts start rolling in, he's going to be 6 under. So why not? He's a great pick. But for DJ and then Jeff, out of respect, he asked me, he goes, okay, when do you think DJ gets into the winner's circle again? And I made the comment that he's got great form. He looks great. He's added some muscle. Swing looks good. And but he has to get back into tournament mode with his short game.
I'd give him another two weeks minimum.
And I made that comment.
Minimum.
I said, you look for him at Trump. You look for him at Trump National Doral, and that could be his breakout point. So that was just my comments on fantasy golf with Jeff Deal. And, Jeff, I hope you're listening, but I had to go out and send a punch out to Gene. So Professor Gene Weldon, if you're listening, again, if you have any extra of whatever you were using, send it my way because I'd love to have it.
Well, I just want to make sure somebody better have Brant Snedeker on there.
Sneds was picked by Jimmy Biggs.
That's a smart pick. See, Jimmy's learning the Hugh Royer way of thinking.
Oh, God. Okay.
Snedeker, I'm telling you,
Snedeker's a
dude,
past winner. He's not a bad pick. He's a past winner.
He's playing pretty solid.
DA points, past winner.
Okay.
Jimmy Walker, past winner last year.
I'd pick him no matter what. I don't care where we're playing.
Okay? Jimmy's a West Coast guy, dude. He loves those greens. He can putt those greens. And Jimmy's playing well. We saw him with 3 wins last year. He's already got 1 this year at the Sony Open. So he's a good – all right, Adam, I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right.
Of the players at the AT&T, who's your pick?
My pick, Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker. Okay. Adam's not getting at all creative.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. HR3, who's your pick?
I mean, honestly, I like Snedeker. I like Furyk, but I like Snedeker. I think Snedeker is due.
Okay. All right. I'm going outside the box, and I'm taking Billy Horschel.
Okay.
I'm taking Billy.
All right.
I think he'll go ahead and put this one to bed. Now, everybody's –
I think, Krispy Kreme right up the road up here, when they run out of the hot sun and whatnot, instead of throwing them away, they got a box over there for you just so you don't go, homeless and starve to death tonight.
Okay. All right. Based on my picks?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Damn. It gets around your birthday time. You get a little ornery, don't you?
Well, why not? It's my ride. It's my day.
Okay. All right, then. We've got the likes. I think J.B. Holmes will have a continued good week. I hope so. I hope he doesn't lay up again on a par 5. That could be critical and crucial to the outcome of the match. But, again, I'm not quite sure why he laid up at Torrey.
I'm not real sure
On
anybody
18.
is. I'm not sure anybody
I
is.
got to ask a question while we're on JB Holmes because I haven't finished my roster yet for fantasy golf picks. I got to get them in here quickly.
Well, we both do.
Ryan Palmer or JB Holmes between the two because I can't have them both.
I like Palmer, dude.
I'd say Palmer.
I like
That's
Palmer.
I've got Palmer in there. I mean, I can take out Furyk or something and put him in it, but I got Furyk in mine as well.
You get rid of Furyk, you need to go to the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Furyk's going to be your solid, and
Yeah.
he's going to be the one that's going
Well,
to be.
he's on my starting. He's a starter.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think you've got a good one there, and I agree with you about Palmer.
I got Furyk, Walker, Day, and Patrick Reed starting.
That's actually pretty good.
That's
dude. That's pretty
strong
solid.
foursome.
That's pretty
that's strong.
solid.
Hang on, let's see if this is called for us.
I would. Does Patrick Reed make a push this week?
I'd tell you what, the guys. Yeah, I like him.
You like him?
The guy's got.
Is he
he
gonna-
doesn't care. That's the
Jason
beauty of it.
Day wins. Now Jason
I wish I
decided
could
to
be
play
like
this
that.
week.
Yeah.
I do.
I wish I could be like that. I wish I could be like Patrick Reed, where I don't care what people say.
Can Jason stack it up 2 weeks in a row?
It's possible. It's rare, but it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, the draw on him, the drag on him, and all this, the media, things of that sort. I don't know. But again,
You're
Jason.
looking at similar greens,
Yeah.
different weather atmosphere type deal as far as the weather goes, but the greens and the golf courses are very similar as far as
Strands.
grasses and
Mhm. Yeah.
So I mean, it could be. It very well could be.
I'm just sitting here trying to go through realistically. I mean, do I need to pick a Dudley Hart or a Billy Mayfair?
I mean, we can pick my good friend Glenn Day. I mean,
Do we go?
He's old as I am.
Do we go with Tommy Gainey or John Daly or
What about Brandon Todd?
yeah? Well,
I'm going with Condoleezza Rice.
yeah. You should.
I'll tell you
I
somebody
really
that might
wish you'd
surprise
get-
you, and this
I
is
really
a
wish
name,
you'd
George.
get in
I'm
the car
pulling.
with her and drive away.
I'm pulling this one from way out in left field, but I'm going to tell you somebody that could be a dark horse and a good pick that nobody's even considered is Scott Brown.
Really?
Wow.
This kid, if he gets to going and gets a little bit, he can play. He's one of those when it gets on, it's just like you just keep your foot on the gas.
Wow.
I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either.
He's been exempt for the last 2-3 years. I mean, he's kept his card and stuff, and he's been up there close a couple of times.
This has turned out to a fantasy golf show. Unbelievable.
I'm telling you, ever since we started that program, they all have.
That is fantasy. What about Pat Perez?
I'd like to see that.
Does he put 4 days together? Pat can play. He is the best 3-day, 72-hole player on the PGA Tour. Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, the best.
And he's been around for a long time.
I love the hair. I wish I could grow mine like that. Love the hair.
If you'd leave some
I
of that
wouldn't have to-
spackle out of it,
And
you might be
he
able
was
to.
giving me
If
flack
I leave
about
some
my
of the
mullet,
spackling
you
out
know?
of it, is that what you said?
He's
Mr.
giving me
Gilder?
my old pictures. He's giving me flack about my mullet, and here he's talking about Perez. I mean, good Lord. Good Lord.
Man, I'm going down through the list here. Ricky Barnes, good to see him back playing at least. VJ Singh's in the field.
Jonathan Bird's in the field.
I saw this pairing, folks, a couple days ago, and if there was a group out there that I would go follow, it would be this group. Okay? And you're going to get a kick out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Walker, Ken Duke.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good group to go. You talking about some ball striking.
Oh, yeah.
That would just be pure ball striking.
Except Ken would be asking, can I play through Jimmy?
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, how's the weather up there? What do I need to plan for hitting through?
Mind if I play through?
There will be some sizable differences in the distances.
No question.
But, again, that would be just one of those ball striking groups that you would enjoy going to see. Johnson's playing with Trevor, so Immelman's going off at 9:06 a.m. We'll expect you on Monday to give us a Trevor report. So, considering y'all two speak about 74 times a day. So, Scott Brown is playing with Fred Funk. I think that's a good group for him. Mm-hmm. They definitely keep him loose.
Well, and plus the fact he's got someone there that he can talk to that, I just think it'll be good for him. But, I mean, we were talking earlier, about all the celebrities and what, George. I tell you what, I'd pay to go watch Larry the Cable Guy and Colt Ford play together. I just think that would be absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, I kind of feel for the pros that they're with, but
I think Colt can play though now.
Oh, Colt can play.
Now I don't know how about Larry, but I'm telling you, Colt can play. I mean, Colt was a good junior player in Georgia, and I mean, the guy can golf his ball.
So they put Jordan Spieth and Dustin together, and I know Gene's just giggly excited over this because. Jordan is not going to be out driving Dustin. There's no doubt about it. Jordan's not the biggest hitter in the world. But Jordan Spieth is definitely a candidate that could be up there on Sunday making a run at this thing.
Could be.
Yeah. I kind of like the young speedster for this event. Again, he's just a fiery battler.
I got him on my team.
So you got Chesson Hadley with Kevin Na. I think those are a couple names that maybe you want to keep an eye on. They could be quiet coming from the rear. So, a little backdoor attack here instead of front door. So, again, you keep looking at the names, and there was a name that Jimmy and Jeff Deal and Gene, did Gene acknowledge? I don't remember. I was so blown away by his first pick. I kind of quit listening to the rest of what he had to say. But they were picking Nick Watney. Nick Watney was a hot name on the Fantasy Golf League discussion.
Kevin Na.
Well, I mentioned Kevin, but Nick Watney was a hot name. Evidently, he's fine-tuned his game. He's picked up some distance. He's become a center of the center of the fairway type of player, and evidently he's learned how to putt. I don't know. So, do you see Nick Watney? No? Okay. Well, I've lost you. We've lost you. He fell asleep.
I'd go pick one of the rookies before I'd do that.
You go pick one of the rookies before Nick Watney. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's Sam Saunders. Is that who'd you go with?
No, I go with Carlos Sainz.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good pick. Yeah, not bad. Well, okay, we've kind of gone through the whole field here, but if any of you can decipher any of what we just said and actually make some intelligent picks out of it, good luck.
And please let us know, because
Yeah.
we have no clue.
We have no clue.
We have no clue.
So I just put 16 guys down for my 4 slots on my leading off, team. And then I find out that I've got to pull them off, and I got to play others, and I got to do this, and I got to make these changes, and I'm going, holy crap, who's got time to do this? I got a 3-year-old. I'm chasing Rugrat. I'm trying to keep up with Adam and his golf game.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great event. European Tour is playing a first event in Thailand at a place called Black Mountain. Beautiful golf course. Tough golf course. These guys are playing a 650-yard par 5. It's all downhill. They're reaching it in 2 like easy. No problem. The only issue is you've got about a 23-yard wide entryway into the green complex. It's surrounded by water.
Okay.
And it's fun watching these guys. They're ripping drives. A minimum distant drive is 300 yards. Minimum. Some of the bigger hitters, it was kind of funny this morning. Thomas Bjorn was playing with a couple of young studs. These studs get up. One hits at 350, the other hits at 390. Bjorn gets up and just nut butts one down there to about 305. And he's like 70 to 80 to 90 yards behind the others. And he's sitting there just laughing like this. So he just dunks one down to the entryway into the fairway in the green. And those two end up going for it, and both of them snap it into the water. Put a little bass pond on it. So, and then
bass bullet.
Yeah, a little bass bullet. And Bjorn standing there in the middle of the fairway going, oh, well, so much for being short. So he throws it up there and makes a little putt for birdie and moves on.
Says y'all have a nice 6.
Yeah, the other two were enjoying their little bass bogey. So
unbelievable.
Great golf course, a lot of fun. I wish them best of luck as far as the tournament repeating itself. But it's called the True Thailand Classic, and Michael Hoey from Northern Ireland. And I was commenting to Adam earlier. I'm sorry, Adam. I was commenting to Adam earlier about Michael Hoey, and you know Michael. And Michael's got 8 pars, 8 birdies, and he's on 6. Well, he's got 8 pars, 7 birdies. He's on 16. And with Michael, he's one of those guys that his heart rate runs about 38. No matter what he's doing. He could be chased by a bull with his pants on fire, and it's going to be 38. And so he gets up to about a 10-footer. He drains it, and then you see him go into his little slump back, and he just slowly mopes over to the hole, and he just thanks the crowd, and he just reaches over and picks it up, and he just moves on. 8 pars, 8 birdies, smooth little 8 under par.
Nice.
Let me go over to 17 and try to figure out what I'm going to hit next. Oh, me. I'm sitting there going, Michael, come on, dude. Pick it up, But what he's the exact twin of Jimmy Walker.
Really?
Looks like him, walks like him, dresses like him, plays the same clubs. And you're sitting there going, dude, how is Jimmy in California playing at the AT&T and he's also in Thailand? That's good. That's commuter flights. That's some jets. The Concorde's back. So, I mean, it's good to see Michael. He's right there. He's basically a several-year player on the European Tour and, again, Northern Ireland. So it's good to see him up there at the top of the leaderboard. I think he'll continue. He'll continue to play well. He's Mr. Consistency like Jimmy Walker is, so I look for him to continue on, and he just needed this little jump start early and get him going. So, again, if you have the opportunity, they're broadcasting very early each day from Thailand, and if you want to see a really interesting modern golf course and built out in the middle of a valley between some rather, let's say, jungle type of mountains.
Yeah.
check this golf course out. It is quite gorgeous. It's quite beautiful. A good field. Not the best of fields for a European Tour stop, but a good field. Of course, Angel Jimenez is there, and Jimenez is sporting the new golf bag of his. So they now have the new likeness of him in a swing superimposed onto his golf bag and his script signature above it. So Ping did a good job on the new bag.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
You know, and he's sitting there playing with a couple of flat bellies, and he's just laughing because they're 120 yards in front of him, much like it when I play with you or Adam or whoever else. So, but, you know, the Walmart syndrome is not bad for those of us that have it. We just know we're going to have it, and we deal with it. So, you know, you put a super Walmart parking lot between our balls, or do we just put a convenience store?
It's just a convenience store right now.
Okay. All right.
It's too cold outside. You know how that goes.
All right. Well, Pro Golf Talk Live here on TGD today. I want to thank Adam Levine for joining us. Adam, good luck.
Thank you.
We hope that you get up to Old Oaks, you get settled. You have us on the air in the pro shop in the mornings, so your members can listen, and we want you to call in. Keep us abreast of what's going on up at Old Oaks, and who knows, maybe Hugh and I even show up one day on the corporate jet. So
That'd be great. Love to
yeah.
have you. Love the show.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Corporate jet. Yeah, it's called a ultralight.
It's called a Ford F-150.
Yeah,
isn't it?
F1, yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks, buddy. Happy birthday again.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day, and we love you here. So, TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, navigate over to our featured course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about specials, course conditions, and much, much more. Need help with your next golfing vacation? Please be sure to give us a call here at the Golf Director. You can reach us at 844-GO-GOLF-1. That's 844-464-6531. And, hey, just ask for Dave.
Just call Dave.
Just call Dave. All of our TGD programming is archived and listening and viewing on demand. To catch up on any show you may have missed, you can click on the TGD Radio or the TGD TV tabs in the menu screen at thegolfdirector.com. George Honeycutt, Hugh Roy III, Mr. Adam Levine, and, of course, Jeff behind the glass. We want to thank you and all of you out there looking forward to a great weekend of golf. We want to thank you for tuning in and joining us, and there's more golf news and information coming up next.